Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome everyone here today. My name is Lawrence Porter. I'm the chairman of CAUS, the Committee Against Utility Shutoffs, and a member of the Socialist Equality Party. On March 12th, CAUS will be holding a demonstration and protest to oppose utility shutoffs in Detroit and throughout the region. The march will begin at 8011 Dexter Avenue and end here at the Dexter Elmer Center at 11825 Dexter Avenue. Let us review the facts of why we're holding this demonstration. Utility shutoffs have reached epidemic proportions in Detroit and in the entire region. Close to 400,000 homes in Michigan had their utility shut off by companies like DTE Energy and Consumers Energy at some point last year. The total number affected by gas and electricity shutoffs in the state comes close to 1 million. According to the Low Income Heating Assistance Program, 4.3 million homes had their gas or electricity terminated sometime in 2009. Literally, millions of people are forced to live without utilities in this country simply because they cannot afford it. More than a dozen people died in house fires in Detroit after the utilities were shut off last year. This includes Marvin and Tyrone and their friend Lynn Greer, who died on January 5th, 2010, at the house where the march will begin. It also includes the 3 children of Sylvia Young, aged 3, 4, and 5, who were tragically consumed in a fire on Bangor Street exactly 1 year ago tomorrow. Both Democrats and Republicans are responsible for these tragedies. Their response has been to shield and defend the companies while working people suffer. Here in Detroit, Mayor David Bing sat on the board of directors of DTE for 20 years. And as the crisis of utilities intensifies, President Obama has announced plans to cut LIHEAP in half from $5 billion in 2010 to $2.5 billion this year. As for the claim that there is no money, utility companies are making enormous profits. DTE made $100 million more last year than they did the year before in one of the most economically depressed areas of the country. As they state in their filings to the SEC on Wall Street, they did it through a policy of increasing shutoffs. Utility shutoffs are one aspect of an immense social crisis in Detroit and throughout the country, including mass unemployment, poverty, and the destruction of basic social services. The conditions facing working people are getting worse, even as a small layer of the population benefits. The wealthiest 400 individuals in the US have a net worth of $1.37 trillion, more than 10 times the budget deficit of all 50 states in this country. CAUS insists that utilities must be a social right, available to everyone, not a luxury subject to the profit of companies like DTE and Consumers Energy. We demand an immediate end of all shutoffs and the restoration of service to those who have already been cut off. These conditions are intolerable. CAUS calls on working people throughout the area to oppose this policy, just as workers in Wisconsin are demonstrating in the thousands against budget cuts and the attack on their rights. This demonstration on March 12th will be the beginning of such a struggle. We urge all Detroit residents to participate in our march and meeting and to join the Committee Against Utility Shutoffs.